So we will call the meeting to order. This is the regular meeting of Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West, held in Council Chambers at 216 Main Street West, Swan River, Manitoba, this 13th day of September 2022 at 7 p.m. Present, myself, Deputy Reeve Bill Galloway, Councillor Pierrepont, and via telephone, Councillor Kushniryk. As well, we have our Administrative Assistant, Sheila Hawkins, and Jeremy Bergen doing a podcast. In the gallery, we have Meredith Salama and Marty Thomas. Welcome to you all. First resolution, be it resolved that notice of absence submitted by council members Wills and Foster regarding the regular meeting of council held this 13th day of September 2022 shall be accepted as received. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Blosha, seconded by Councillor Pierrepont. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Next resolution reads, be it resolved that the agenda for the regular meeting of council held this 13th day of September 2022 shall be adopted as presented. Do we have a mover?
Kushniryk.
Moved by Councillor Kushniryk, second by Councillor Pierrepont. Any additions requested or changes? There being none, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Next resolution, be it resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting held on August 23rd, 2022 be adopted as presented. A mover for that resolution, Councillor Blosha, seconded by
Kushniryk.
Councillor Kushniryk. Are there any errors or omissions? There being none, we'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Did James give you any public works reports? No. No delegations, no petitions. Okay, we'll move on to 7.1. Resolution reads, be it resolved that the Durban Community Hall's financial statement for 2021 shall be received by the Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West. Mover, please. Moved by Councillor Pierrepont, seconded by Councillor Blosha. Are there any questions with regard to the financial statement? There being none, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried.
It's good to see they can hold their own, you know? Barely, but I mean.
7.2, resolution reads, whereas council has received a request from the Durban Community Hall requesting a grant for 2022, therefore be it resolved that the 2022 Durban Hall grant be approved for payment as approved for in the 2022 financial budget. Do we have a mover? Councillor Blosha, seconded by
Kushniryk.
Councillor Pierrepont, to beat you that time. Any questions? Not, all in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. .3, the resolution reads, be it resolved that the Rural Animal Control Officer's report for August 2022 be received by Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West. And be it further resolved that payment for the above services be approved as submitted. A mover, please.
Kushniryk.
Moved by Councillor Kushniryk, seconded by Councillor Blosha. Any questions on that report? There being none, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Next resolution. Be it resolved that the Municipality of Swan Valley West approve the following conditions in regard to the attendees of the Municipal Partners Meeting, G5, throughout the calendar year. The G5 shall meet or try to meet quarterly throughout the calendar year. The G5 shall consist of the following organizations: the Municipality of Mountain, the Municipality of Swan Valley West, the Municipality of Minnetonka-Bozeman, the Town of Swan River, the Swan Valley School Division. In addition, at least once per year, the First Nations of Sapatoyak, Cree Nations, and Wakasui Sipak, I'm sorry for the pronunciations, and the MMF, represented by the Northwest Métis Council, be invited to attend what is called a Swan Valley Government Summit. Be it further resolved, the Municipality of Swan Valley West approve the following etiquette be followed when hosting a rotational basis unless changes are agreed upon by the group. And those are: the host shall supply and pay for a supper when it is their turn to host the meeting. The CAO or Executive Administrator is responsible for requesting, compiling, and distribution of the meeting agenda. Delegations are to be approved by the host organization. And when the need arises, the municipal organization shall have a subsequent meeting to discuss municipal matters between their organizations. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Blosha, seconded by Councillor Kushniryk. Any questions? Again, I apologize for my pronunciation.
It's all specific.
There being none, we'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Next resolution, whereas bylaw number 0070-18 governs the prevention of fire within the municipality, and whereas the municipality recognizes the current environmental conditions are such that the risk of fire is extremely high. Therefore be it resolved that pursuant to Part 7 of the Municipal Bylaw number 0070-18, all burning within the municipality is banned until further notice. Be it further resolved that the current burning permits are cancelled until the burning ban has been lifted. Moved by Councillor Blosha, seconded by
Kushniryk?
Councillor Kushniryk. Any questions in regard to that? Call the question then. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Next resolution, be it resolved that Council supports the submission of the proposal under the Province of Manitoba's Mitigation and Preparedness Program for the Mitigation and Preparedness Project and authorizes the CEO to submit the proposal. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Pierrepont, seconded by Councillor
Kushniryk?
Blosha. Any questions or comments in regard to the resolution? Pretty straightforward. There being none, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Okay, we'll move to number 8, financial items. The resolution reads, be it resolved that the Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West hereby approves the following payments. General checks number 18048 28095 in the amount of $382,408.38, excluding check number 18061. Would mover please?
Kushniryk.
Moved by Councillor Kushniryk, seconded by Councillor Pierrepont. Give you a minute to go over the checklist. Anyone have any questions on any of the checks? If not, we'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Next resolution, 8.2, be it resolved that Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West hereby approves the following payments. Payroll payments checks number 4290 to 4309 in the amount of $29,091.82. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Blosha, seconded by
Kushniryk.
Councillor Pierrepont. You're just a little too late.
Gotta count to
Councillor
four.
Kushniryk.
I just can't see the hands going up.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Are there any questions on that list of checks? There being none, we'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Next resolution, be it resolved that Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West hereby approves the following payments. Indemnities for August 2022 include checks number 4310 to 4318 in the amount of $7,686.30. Do a mover, please. Moved by Councillor Pierrepont, seconded by
Oh, I was giving him a chance.
Councillor Blosha. Any questions on that list of checks?
I was just looking.
There being none, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Okay, number 9, discussion under number 9 is discussion on a federal holiday for the Queen's funeral on Monday of this month, the 19th of September 2022. You may or may not have heard the federal government declared for their employees a federal holiday out of respect for the Queen. On the news this evening, the province has not followed through to make it a mandatory holiday for provincial employees or changed to the labor code or a holiday under the labor code. I believe 3 provinces in the east, Nova Scotia, Quebec, maybe New Brunswick, don't quote me 100% on that, but I think 3 of them down east have declared for their provinces, but none in the west or Ontario so far. What are your thoughts?
I don't see why we wouldn't.
You mean why we wouldn't declare it as a holiday?
Yes.
Any other comments based on that? I guess it would mean a day off with pay, or if we remained open and people worked, it would be double time and a half.
And then there'd have to be a note going out because the SEO is accepting nominations that day as well.
Yeah,
Just hence the day before the last.
Right.
Don't know how that would work.
Yeah.
the office is quite busy too, are they not?
Yes, people are paying their property taxes now, so
Yeah. 'Cause they
we'd
do-
like to be here for that, for that.
Yeah, I agree. Would it be respectable to close till noon? I'm not sure how to go.
I don't know what time. It would be likely in the afternoon when her
I think
actual
it's
funeral
somebody,
would be, but
no,
that's.
somebody told me it starts at 5 in the morning our time.
Yeah, well, there's 8
Yeah,
hours difference,
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
point that I was going to make. That it would be probably after the actual funeral. Cause they're, I think it's 8 hours earlier than us.
Did you say Manitoba did do it?
No,
No.
no,
Not yet?
no.
Or
they
they're not
haven't.
going
No,
to?
they're not going to, according to the news tonight. I think they said, some offices would be closed, but it's not a declared holiday for the province. Or for individuals that own businesses or whatever, because if it's made a mandatory, then all businesses would have to abide by it. So what are your wishes? Did you want to make a motion in that effect and see where it goes, or?
I don't know, I mean, if Manitoba's not gonna declare it, then I don't know what to say.
What did we do just recently for Reeve Bill?
Could you repeat the question, Councillor Kushniryk?
What did we do for Walter's funeral?
Yeah, for Reeve Bill funeral, did we shut the office down for half a day?
No, no. Those that wanted to go were allowed to go.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously, that's not possible with this situation, but
No, just, same respects, I guess.
yeah. And it's something that would not be covered by the union contract.
Yeah. I don't know, traditionally, where I'm employed right now, we would work till noon or work until the work runs out and then go home, but obviously the work is a little different in the office, so.
Has that have you been notified to that effect?
No, nobody's brought it up, because that was just mentioned, today?
Yes, the Prime Minister announced today, yeah.
Yeah, so there's been no discussion about it at work. So, I mean, I'm sure we're going to hear about it here shortly, but even so, like in harvest time, holidays don't really mean a whole bunch. Like we work until the work's done, and then we can have the rest of the day off.
you have any input?
No, I saw the town of Swan River just wrote a letter, like
Condolences.
condolences, yeah, and I think that's what we could do too.
Did you hear that? Suggestion was that we do a letter of condolences.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. And remain open and,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It is. I mean, it's never good timing, but it's not the best timing.
No, it never is, I guess.
No.
Okay, anyone have anything further to say on that particular topic? If not, we'll move on to number 10, 10.1. Whereas the council of the municipality has received feedback from residents regarding lack of cell service, and whereas Westman Communications Group was awarded $3,075,203 through the Rapid Response Funding Stream to connect Benito, Bozeman, and Birch River with broadband. Therefore, the council of the municipality of Swan Valley West believes it would benefit the residents located within our municipality for Bell MTS and Westman Communications Group to collaborate towards the provision of acceptable wireless services. Therefore be it resolved that council shall send a letter to Bell MTS requesting them to provide wireless services to the residents within the municipality of Swan Valley West. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Blosha, seconded by Councillor
Kushniryk.
Pierrepont. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Okay, we'll move on to number 12. We have committee reports, so we'll start with you, Councillor Kushniryk.
Okay, well, I know I was at the G4 meeting. I can't remember if I got them in order, if it was the transportation, no. Would have been a special meeting with the fire hall.
Okay, any others that you recall?
No, other than taking ratepayer concerns, just those two.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Pierrepont?
I attended a settlement services meeting, and I believe that was it for me.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Blosha?
I have been to a regular Health Foundation meeting, and I also went to a special Health Foundation meeting where we signed 5 newly graduated nurses. That would be funds from our medical professionals fund. So that was nice to see, and a few calls, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, and as far as myself, I attended a transportation meeting, and I decided, and the fire hall meeting, and those were the only 2 that I attended in total.
Yeah, I was at the transportation meeting as well, I'm sorry.
So were we.
Mm-hmm.
So we were too.
And the fire hall.
And the fire hall meeting. I thought that was the previous meeting.
Well, it was in last month's.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have it on my form for this month.
I attended some taxpayer inquiries too. Okay, obviously you aren't going to add that. Can I read it from there then?
What?
your notes as far as committee reports.
That's chicken scratch.
Okay, Councillor Kushniryk attended the G4 meeting, Fire Hall meeting, and ratepayer concerns. Councillor Pierrepont, settlement services, and the Fire Hall, and transportation meeting. Councillor Blosha, Health Foundation, regular and special. Also the Fire Hall meeting and transportation meeting, as well as dealt with residents' calls. Myself, the transportation meeting, Fire Hall meeting, and ratepayer inquiries. So be it resolved that we do hereby accept the following verbal reports, or the previously uttered verbal reports regarding council committees and communications. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Pierrepont, seconded by
Kushniryk.
Councillor Kushniryk. Any corrections or questions?
You have me down there for the transportation meeting as well?
I believe so. Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, everyone
Yep.
is good for that.
Okay, good.
Okay, any questions? We'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
That is
Excuse me.
okay. It's at this point in time where we open the floor to those attending in the gallery if they have any questions regarding anything that was on the agenda this evening, covered so far.
10.1, email string Marty Thomas. I can't make head or tails out of that.
Now, Marty's on the line. Perhaps he could explain. Oh, very poor service, Marty. If you're on your cell, can't hear you. You're breaking up.
I can,
No, you're still breaking up really, really badly.
Hold on.
There.
The hold on we heard.
Yep, that better?
yeah,
That is excellent. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I sent an email to Reeve Galloway about sending a letter to LMTS about putting cell service on the Alpine Tower now that there's fiber run right, within a couple hundred yards of the tower. I think that's what was on the agenda.
yeah.
Yeah. And I passed it on to our CAO, and he had actually, I think you carboned him too, did you not, or not? Maybe not.
I think I may have sent it to one of the councillors, maybe Matt.
Oh, okay. No, I had
About
forwarded it
15
on.
years ago, the RM sent a letter to the LMTS, and they wanted $500,000 to trench in fiber to that tower from Benito. And now that there's fiber right in front of it, it's pretty easy access. So.
Yeah. I guess it's not their fiber, but that's why we ask them to collaborate with
Yeah,
Westman,
and
so.
maybe make sure that you mention where that tower is, because the MTS may not know.
Yeah. There's also a lack of service elsewhere in the municipality, so that's why we included or did the wording the way we did, so that they would look at providing sufficient coverage of wireless services to the entire municipality.
Right, yep.
But thank you for coming up with that and getting the ball rolling. Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? If not, again, thank you for attending by phone, and we will call, well, I guess we'll do an in-camera resolution first, and then immediately following that, we will call a 10-minute recess. Resolution reads, be it resolved that pursuant to section 152 sub 3 of the Municipal Act, Council shall meet as a committee of the whole, close the meeting, and continue discussions in camera regarding personnel matters, negotiations, and preliminary discussions. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Pierrepont, seconded by Councillor Blosha. All in favor?
Yep.
That is carried. Thank you once again for attending. Next resolution, be it resolved that pursuant to section 152 sub 4 of the Municipal Act, this meeting shall be reopened to the public. Mover, please. Moved by Councillor Pierrepont, seconded by
Kushniryk?
Councillor Kushniryk. We'll let you in this time.
Just get my arm on.
I don't think I'll get a chance in the last one.
All in favor?
Yes.
Carried. Okay, there were no resolutions arising from in-camera discussions. So the next resolution reads, be it resolved that this meeting shall now adjourn at 9:18 p.m. Be it further resolved that the next meeting is Tuesday, the 27th of September 2022 at 7 p.m. Mover, please. Councillor Blosha, seconded by Councillor Pierrepont. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried.
Oh,
Thank you all and good night.
Bye.